guys, yo, it's VTuber, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire on part 39. In the last, part, we did the side quest, I believe, for, Jafar and Nina, where we, went to the water temple, which was a pretty long side quest, probably because it took a while for me to get some stuff. Because I was preparing too much. Anyway, chapter 28? Yeah, chapter 28. Cog of Destiny. So yeah, the boss will change. If you fought, I think, if you fought this guy, you'll be going to face his brother. So I think his name is Lloyd. So if you fought Lloyd in the chapter 25, you're gonna face the Linus instead. So I'm gonna guess there's gonna be some different dialogue, of course. So yeah, so if you did the way I had it, you would be facing him. But if you did it excuse me. If you did the other way, you'd be facing Linus. So, personally, in my opinion, Linus will be a bit more tougher right now. It's recommended to use Lloyd. You fight him instead. So yeah, Cog of Destiny. I actually really like this chapter. It's actually really fun. It's really long though, because it's like 50 minutes. So it's really long, but it's really fun. Units I recommend, it doesn't really matter. You can take 15 units, so take whoever you really want to. There isn't any treasure chests or anything like that, so, you know. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. You might want to bring, like, a unit that is gonna stick, excuse me. You might want to have, like, a unit stick near Merlinus, because you actually get to use him in this chapter. There's gonna be a lot of wyverns coming his way. By now, we should be able to dodge most of them. Like he's really should have really high luck by now. But if he doesn't, for some reason you don't want to bring him, I recommend you protect him with somebody. Probably someone like maybe Hawkeye, someone that can do that. Personally, I didn't do that because I never did this chapter before. So, but yeah. This chapter only took me one try, actually. It didn't take me that long. It's a fairly long chapter, but it's pretty easy. There's only certain times where I felt like I was almost gonna die, but I got lucky a lot. Like I said, I put way too much rush in my units. Way too much. Yeah, as you can see, we had to defeat 45 enemies, so a lot of enemies we have to kill. What I recommend doing for this chapter is more or less put all your like physical attacking units, or not really physical attacking, yeah, physical attacking to the left, and then every every other unit that's magic. All the magic units should go to the north. There's a lot of knights there, so pretty good there. And then whoever else you want to have, you know, Guy, Florina, Raven, you know, whoever you want. I just like did what I did here because it was just a good idea. So, yeah. This is actually a really great time to level up someone that's kind of in the low level department. For example, your Hector shouldn't be like level 3 or 2 by now. So we can get him a couple of levels here, which you probably need to take full advantage of. So, yeah. About Carol here, I didn't really use him that much. Just really bought him here because I didn't know. I didn't know who else I wanted to take. Because I already had Pent and Luis, so I was kind of like, who else should I bring? I think the person I always bring though, because they're just so awesome. I just love the couple. They're just really cool guys. Luis isn't that great because her stats are pretty low for like a level 4 or 3 sniper, but if you compare it to Rebecca or Will, but I don't know, I just like using her. I don't even use her that often though, to tell you the truth. So as you can see, I'm using Guy for this chapter, which, oh man, Guy probably, I don't know, I'm trying to debate who the MVP of the chapter is, even though I already know who it is, so I'm not gonna tell you, but, yeah, there's gonna be, another thing, a lot of reinforcements in this chapter, there is a lot. Most of the reinforcements aren't that bad, they're not like anything brutal, like 20 wyvern riders coming along. It's not that horrible. Most of it's like a lot of Pegasus, not Pegasus, Cavalier units coming. Well, it's not that bad. Also, my animation thing is gonna be in full force next chapter, and then yeah, because wait, did I show the animations off the next chapter? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So yeah, because I want to. I didn't really feel like showing them up to this one because they had a lot of units. I did not want to go. I did not want this to be an hour. So they probably would have been if you think about all this stuff that was going on. The animations usually take a good 2, 3, 5 seconds. So it may not sound a lot, but you know, 5 seconds extra from already like 60 units you have to kill. Around that, I don't know. It could be more, probably like 70, but yeah. As you can see here, I'm moving Sane or Rebecca, and I'm gonna move Lowen. Lowen has a lot of HP. I didn't think it was gonna have this much HP, to tell you the truth. Like, I knew it would be somewhere around the 40s, but I didn't think it would be in the 50s by now. That's pretty cool though. I like having my units have really high HP. Cause usually warriors usually have a lot. They usually can cap it. But I never used a warrior. I guess I used Dorcas, but didn't really use them that much. Gites, I didn't really use them as much either. So, but whenever I do a Sacred Film, that's why I want to use an axe user. So, probably 2, but. Yeah, just chill out about the whole axe user thing. It says he gave you such a great one in Hector already. You know, that's like the reason I'm not tempted to use one. But then again, that can just be a magic excuse. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of knights here, so it'd be pretty good having Urg, Priscalia, Lucius, Canis, whoever your magic user is. I recommend you have a healer on the other side, though I didn't do that. They never really needed it, like. The only person I really had that much damage to himself was probably Sane, but honestly, I trusted his survival, so I didn't really care that much. And as you can see, what I was hoping for Guy to do was getting a lot of criticals, because I gave him a killing edge, I believe. So I was hoping to get a lot of criticals, but he didn't get it for that battle. But this is where he starts being awesome and getting criticals like non-stop. That's why I love Sword Master. They're just so fun to use sometimes. It's just hilarious seeing like knights getting owned by him. It's absolutely fun for me. And he's getting level ups too. You know, it's not like he's getting like 5 experience. He's getting a lot. So yeah, my units work. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess my lowest level units are probably maybe Priscalia and Hector. I think Lancering, she's doing pretty good. But yeah, those are my 2 lowest leveled ones. Floriana, she's pretty high up, but I don't know how long she will be that high, because there's no 3rd tier classes like there was in Radiant Dawn. Excuse me while drinking my Gatorade. As you can see, I moved Lynn and Penn to where all those Cavaliers were, because that's a pretty good spot for them. And guys, still killing those knights. And you can see he's getting kind of owned by those archers there, but it's not that big of a deal. Or is it? I wish there was like a bow that could like attack adjacent and like kind of like a match. That'd be so cool, like having like a have you ever seen those commercials or trailers for Final Fantasy 13 2? Sarah, she has like this bow weapon that can also be a sword. It'd be cool if they had this. I mean, in Fire Emblem, but Fire Emblem is all about medieval, not futuristic. That'd be interesting though, having a futuristic Fire Emblem game. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. It'd be kind of weird though, if you think about it, because it'd be kind of like Final Fantasy, but because Final Fantasy has a lot of futuristic stuff going on for it. Here I used Elliwood because I think Guy was in danger of dying, so I was kind of worried. Not really danger, but I was kind of worried about him. So yeah, kind of how to use a Guy. I mean, Elliwood. I always wonder where these guys get their names for these characters, to tell you the truth. I'm not saying they're bad names, they're just kind of weird, like Priscalia, Lowen, Sane, Florina, I don't know. Like, the only person I really met with some of the names are like Will, Rebecca, I haven't met any Hectors, but that's a common name, I think. That's really about all, really. Because not many people I know are named Elliwood or Lynn Dice. I guess you can be like Lynn, like L-I-N. I guess that'll be kind of weird, like short for Lindsay or whatever. I don't know. That's why I like Paladin, because they use 3 weapons, which is awesome. Like how Knights can in Path of Radiant. Or wait, can they? I know Radiant Dawn they can. I think in Path of Radiant they could use like swords. So, no. I think it's weird how, like, there's always that one unit that can always wield 3 weapons, but it's so different from all other chapters, units. I think in Sacred Stones it was your knight units as well. I think it was. I'm not sure because I remember having a great knight, which is basically a knight on a horse, which is awesome, and like, and like it could like wield 3 weapons. So maybe it is generals that can get 3 weapons, or it could be wrong. It could just be paladins, but I'm pretty sure paladins can wield axes. Pretty sure. So confusing though what firearms does with some of their units. It's so weird though not having a lord whenever I play Radiant Dawn now, because it's kind of weird because you have Ike, who is a hero, and once you promote him as a vanguard. And it's kind of weird not calling him like a great lord or a lord, because I've been playing this. I'm almost done with this game. I've already recorded chapter 29 and the side quest with it. And then there's only 2 more chapters after that. And then I'm done with this game forever. Pretty much. And I might play it one more time just using Raven maybe, but I don't know. Or like, I have a challenge for myself. I don't really like to replay firing games. Like, unless they're like Radiant Dawn and the console ones. I don't mind playing those. Those are pretty fun for me. But the Game Boy Advance ones, I don't know. I guess a great one would be Secret Stones with all the options you can do and stuff, but yeah. Yeah. Man, you see here, guys is killing everything right now. Oh man, Supermasters I think are better than Heroes in my opinion. Heroes are pretty good because you do have a lot of HP and stuff, but honestly I just think Supermasters is awesome. Cause like personally, they're just, to me, they've been a lot more useful than Heroes. Heroes been, useful. They're not pathetic, But I just personally like to use Swordmasters a lot. They're just, I just love the critical, how much they can get for critical percentage. The heroes are pretty good. They are pretty cool though, I have to say. Wait, as you can see, there's a lot of pre-promoted units as well. A lot of heroes in this chapter. I guess that kind of makes sense. Maybe if you face Linus, there's gonna be a lot of Swordmasters. I don't know. That is the thought, guys. I don't know for sure, but very interesting though. Any other news I can tell you about? Oh, there is an armory and a vendor. You might want to stock on supplies, even though you really don't have to, honestly, because there's gonna be a chapter with a lot of them. But this is chapter 20. No, this is 27. My bad. Chapter 28 is already recorded, so is 29 and 29 next. So my bad. This is gonna be probably the last big one for a while. 28 didn't take me that long, and 29 just took me like 10-15 minutes. So, and the 29 actually only took me like 5 minutes. That was a really easy one. But yeah. It'd be cool if you could do 3rd tier classes for your lords. I think they should have that in like all Fire Emblem games where your lord can promote to like 3 classes. That would just be awesome. I guess technically, I know lord really does that really. Because Erica or Ephraim or Ephraim, however you pronounce that word. They promoted like at the same time. I feel like the one thing I like the GBA games. I think I talked about it like in one of my earlier episodes. How I think it's kind of weird how most of your main lords will promote pretty late. I think it's kind of stupid, but yeah. Man, as you can see here, this is pretty much the strategy I really used. Pretty sure there's other strategies you can use because, you know, you might want to have a healer on the other side, but not that bad of a strategy to use. Overall, this chapter, I would say, I'm gonna give it like, it's not that challenging. It's challenging if you're gonna be stupid and it's gonna charge, because these heroes and archers can hurt you, but it's not as bad as you think. You just have to take it kind of slow. Because if you take it slow, you should be able to finish this relatively, not really quick. It's gonna take you a good 15 minutes, because I think the cutscene, no, wait. Is it? I'm trying to remember if this cutscene was very long. Cause I know that in one of these chapters, it was a gigantic cutscene. You couldn't even skip anything. No, it's the next chapter, but it's still pretty short. But yeah, just do what I'm doing, eh? I think I really need to get back on doing my supports, which I did in the next chapter, but I'm kind of debating if I should like, for one chapter, for the next one, should I just kind of stall it so I can get just get myself supports, because I want to get 2 ace level supports with Hector, Florina, and Lynn and Elliwood. They're at B, Lynn and Elliwood, so I'm not that worried, but Hector and Florina are certain level C, so I'm hoping I can manage to do it. I'm probably gonna have to stall though, because I'm already done chapter 29X and 29. And 28, you can only bring a couple of units with you. I mean, if you go in this village, you see Murdoch, and he's gonna give you a staff, which is gonna be the warp staff, which is actually really useful, especially for the next chapter. I'll explain the strategy that you can use for the next chapter. But basically what it does is, if you have a Perscalia use it, or a Guy, or Sarah, they can basically warp them near your location. So, for instance, say, you know where Perscalia is right now? She has the warp staff on, say, Elliwood. He'll automatically teleport where she is, so can be pretty useful, but it's not the best staff on the war. Like, oh man, if I have a rating, is like the one staff, I forgot what it was called. It's like this staff that can like heal everyone in like every unit. That's just like an awesome staff. Especially you get like if you see it for the final chapter. I don't know if you get in the final chapter. I think you get it before, but it was amazing. Man, I just love using that. The final chapter for Power Rangers was not difficult, to tell you the truth. It was a long one. It was pretty fun, but it wasn't that difficult. What I've noticed is the long chapters aren't that challenging. They're just like really long and they're just fun. But like short chapters are generally a bit more challenging and not as long. I guess the water temple though. That's what I'm gonna call this chapter, the water temple, because that just sounds awesome. So here I was debating what I should do, because I was like, I thought I had 3 units that could kill all 3 of these guys, which technically Elliwood, I don't think Elliwood could kill any of them. I was like, what should I do? I actually looked at the range now. I rarely do that in the Game Boy Advance games, because you can't like hold it on forever. Because like if you ever play Power Rangers and Shadow Dragon, you can just hold the B button down and you can just look at the range and it won't go away if you click on another unit, which is pretty useful. But once you play a GB game, it's kind of hard not to like, I don't know. So what have you guys been up to lately? I just like woke up a couple of hours ago, and then I just ate lunch, and then I'm gonna probably do some, I don't know if I'm gonna do more recordings. I can finish the game today if I want to, honestly. I think what I would do is wait a while, just in case. I don't know. Personally, I don't like, because I already have like a lot of videos I had to record. Once I upload all of them, I'm not gonna worry as much, but I might as well just record them. So, like, yeah. Also, don't worry about all your units getting level 20 by the end of the game. It's not gonna happen. Most Fire Emblem games that will not happen. Also, the only one that can remotely have you opportunity to do that is probably gonna be Sacred Stones. And if you have a lot of bonus experience for Path of Radiance already done, you might be able to, but you'd have to save a lot of it bonus experience and stuff, and it's just a pain. Sacred Stone's like the only easy one, but you have to waste your money to buy new weapons, so you don't really waste your money, but you have to. And here I used a ballista just to you know, hit some units, you know, might as well. I don't know if Link can use a ballista. I don't think she can, but if she does, that'd be pretty cool. It felt so weird though, whenever, to tell you the truth, whenever I turned the animations back on, I was like, whoa. Because usually I turn them off most of the time when I play Fire Emblem, because they're kind of a nuisance. They may look cool and all, but it's just kind of like you're wasting your time by looking at them. Like, especially once you get used to them too, but I usually leave mine on for like the last chapter, really. That's like the only time I really leave it on. If not, that, the final few chapters, but yeah, my low one, he's turning out pretty well. The only thing I don't like about low one is probably strength, but his strength is pretty good. He's doing a lot of damage with the steel axe, which is pretty nice. So as you can see, my strategy is pretty working. Yeah, that's some good grammar. It's working. This strategy what I'm doing right here isn't that bad. If I had to make any adjustments, it might have been maybe not having that many lords there. Maybe have another lord there somewhere else. Maybe Hector, but nah. As you can see here, level 10. The boss isn't that challenging, I have to say, like, because you can just boss abuse him. Not really boss abuse him, but you can just use the ballistas to hurt him. Because, you know, you can do that. Pretty sure you can. Oh, you see the Paladin, Cavalier, and Cavalier? That's where a lot of the reinforcements come. It's gonna be the same units exactly, I believe. If there's any difference, there's gonna be an Nomad, but yeah, that's where you can just more or less park whoever you gets the orders and just kill everyone. That's what I recommend doing anyway. The thing I'm surprised about my group is though they have some decent resistance. The only one that really doesn't have that good is probably Guy, but everyone else is like 10 plus, which I don't know, seems pretty good. Like CC only is 5 or 6 now, but I don't know. Or do I know? I'm joking. Urga, I don't know. Urga's like 16, I think. But if you think about it, it's not that much, really. To tell you the honest to goodness truth, kind of sucks, I suppose. The thing I love about Secret Stones though is with your archers, you can make them not nomads, rangers, which basically are just archers on a horse, and they can use swords, which is awesome. I rarely use swords though, but it's just nice to have, I suppose. And here I'm trying to think, like, what can I do to clean up this little mess I have? This is why I love Fire Emblem, because they're just so cool. I just like seeing all these units die. It's just cool, because you're actually making progress, you know? You actually feel like you're making a dent, which is awesome. I really like that about video games, too, in general. I think Ocarina of Time could have done a bit better job making sure you were doing more of a dent. Because, like, you know, if you did a temple, you know, nothing really drastically changed for a couple of things. Like, if you did the fire temple, the death mountain would be like normal again. If you did the water temple, like Hylia would be back to normal. But you know, every other temple, nothing really changed about it. To tell you the truth. And the spirit jump was so easy though, I'd say. Probably the easiest dungeon in my opinion, honestly, because it's a straightforward dungeon. First of all, like, there's some clever puzzles, but it's not like a lot, you know. The only annoying thing about it is probably the iron knuckles you have to face, but overall it's a really easy chapter. I mean, not temple. Water temple, it's not that challenging. You just have to be patient. The fire temple, and the fire temple is kind of confusing for me. I'm not the best at fire temple, but it's not that bad. The forest temple. The forest temple is pretty easy. The only difficult thing for me was nothing really was difficult for the forest temple really. I guess like the only major thing that was kind of difficult was kind of how to get the catch the pose, but everything else was pretty easy. Shadow temple. I was like the weird enough. That was like the temple I had the toughest time with because I don't know, it was just kind of hard for me. They always died. Oh man, I hated the Shadow Temple so much. I guess not that hard because it's really straightforward, but I didn't like it as much. I like the dungeon with the hover boost. That was pretty cool. I like that. It'd be cool like the hover boost can like use your not MP, but I don't know. I think it'd be cool the hover boost could actually make you hover for like a long time, not like how long you have usually like 10 seconds. Interesting fact though, if you didn't know, you can actually do the fire temple before the no, you can do the water temple before the fire temple. You do not need the Megaton hammer in any of the puzzles, which is pretty cool. I actually tried it this time when I played it this year on my 3DS, and it was pretty cool. I just love the hookshot. That's probably my favorite Zelda item. I just really like using it. It's such a useful weapon because, like, weapon-wise, it can usually one-shot enemies, and useful-wise, you're gonna use it pretty much the entire game. It's really useful. I just love the hook shot or long shot, as you would say in the water temple when you get it. I don't know. The water temple is just I don't really care about it that much. I hated the Jabba's belly dungeon. I just hate that dungeon because like I always have the toughest time facing the mini boss you have, like that weird tentacle thing or whatever. I just had the toughest time with that boss. The boss himself isn't that challenging, but I just don't like facing him. But he's not that bad. The Aiku tree is a really easy one, probably the most easiest one, because there's not that many tough enemies and the puzzles are really easy to know. The only thing you remotely have to do in this forest temple, the Deku tree, is more or less go back there to get the skill so they can get there with the bombs, and boomerang, but it's really easy. And then you have the Doggo Tavern isn't that bad. Like, the only bad thing about it is probably being those rock things with the bombs. They're kind of annoying to kill. They're a lot more easier in Wind Waker because you would actually eat it, I think. Because in Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, I don't know about Majora's Mask. I don't know if they had them in Majora's Mask, but in Ocarina of Time, they wouldn't eat there. They would just like run at you. I know in Wind Waker, I believe they ate them. So anyway, question of the day, what's your most hated Zelda enemy? Mine is probably Redeads. I absolutely despise Redeads. Oh man, I don't know how, but like whenever I fought them in a 3DS version of the game, I could never escape them. I don't know if you had to press any buttons or anything, but I could never escape them, man. But they just like do infinite damage basically too. It was just so annoying. I swear. Man, Redeads, I just hate them. And they look so ugly too. I think it's weird how Stalfos look though in Wind Waker. They look so weird. Stalfos. They look really weird. Stalfos I do like kinda. I like kind of that because I actually feel like I'm in a sword fight now. You know, fighting some like a Deku Ball. I'm not fighting a plant, I'm actually fighting a human warrior that's a skeleton, you know. I guess Iron Knuckles are pretty easy to fight too. They're pretty easy. Iron Knuckles are pretty fun to fight too. The only annoying thing, they do a ton of damage to you. It's insane. Oh man. One thing I don't like Ocarina of Time probably is how you get your double defense before the last dungeon. That's so stupid because in Majora's Mask you get it pretty early. Like if you think about it, like you get it like Like I know before the last dungeon, like, oh man, I kind of forgot when you get it, but you get it, you know, remotely early. I remember, but I don't know. I feel like Ocarina of Time more than say Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is always a fun game, though. I just love it. The thing I like about more so than Ocarina of Time is like the NPCs are actually kind of remotely interesting. In Ocarina of Time, you never really had that like Hyrule Castle wasn't that exciting because a lot of people were just doing nothing. A lot of them were just doing stands and stuff. It was just relaxing. Clock Town. They're my favorite hub world of the Zelda franchise. No, it's not. I'm lying to you guys. I love the Great Sea and Wind Waker. Man, I love sailing too. People say it's boring, but to me, I find it pretty cool. I like sailing. It's so relaxing. Wind Waker is such a relaxing game. I just love playing it. I just, like, if I'm ever stressed, I just play Wind Waker. Not every time I'm stressed, but, like, if I'm just, like, want to relax, I just play some Wind Waker. Man, I love that game. They should make a remake, though, for the 3DS. That'd be pretty cool. Instead of Majora's Mask, which, don't get me wrong, Majora's Mask does deserve it. Because, you know, they made Ocarina of Time, but it'd be pretty cool if they made Wind Waker for it. Because Wind Waker would be a pretty good game, because if Nintendo's gonna go with the casual fans for the 3DS, you know, it would just make some sense. Anyway, the boss, he has an Iron Rune, which basically means, he cannot get critical, so keep that in mind. Don't be like, I'm gonna waste some more low down on you, because it won't work. Killer weapons are remotely useless against them. Your best option is using a lance. You know. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm just bored. Bored out of my mind. But as you can see here, I'm gonna kill some wyverns. Mwahaha. I wish Pegasus Knife from the promo they got an extra weapon, because I like using extra weapons. I don't know, it'd be cool having, like, seeing Florina with, like, a big old axe. I'm thinking, Secret Stones, your Pegasus Knight, if you're promoted, could use a sword. I could be wrong, maybe you could only use the lances, but I'm pretty sure I could use a sword. I don't know. Or do I know? That is yet to be seen. Or has it been seen? Who knows? I'm just bored, to tell you the truth. This is an important plot chapter, though, by the way. A lot of stuff goes down here, but not as much as the next chapter. The next chapter is kind of depressing. Or is it? That is yet to be seen. I love saying that. This is a cool catchphrase. Not really a catchphrase, but I don't know. I still don't even have a catchphrase. I wish I had one. Because I can't just say, you know, other stuff. Because, like, every Let's Player has, like, that signature catchphrase. You know. I don't have one. I'm gonna try to make one, but I don't know. Merlin, this probably can't just sell stuff. Why? Why? You would think that he's a merchant, you'd be able to sell stuff. I don't know, I think it's stupid how he doesn't sell you stuff. Speaking of Merlin, he's almost actually gonna get promoted. If you did not know, Merlin actually does promote. I think he's level 19, so I think about 20 he promotes. That's just pretty cool. This is awesome that he promotes, even though it's really stupid. As it is. As you can see, I'm going to use Lyn to kill some people because Lyn's awesome like that. I swear, though, like Lyn using both is so useful. Man, I like using her more than Rebecca almost. Rebecca, she does good damage, but not as much as Lyn, it seems like. Florina's doing pretty good too. Florina has a lot of health for Pegasus Knight though. 45, that's a lot. Granted, I think I gave her Ancient Orb, did I not? Or did I not? I gave Lyn it, but I don't know. If I gave it to Florina, she would have 52 big ones. But yeah, this is where I like to park Hector here near the tree, because he can do a lot of damage against the Cavalier, and it's getting a lot of experience. So yeah. I always forget though how much harder Ivan Riders can hurt you because they're pretty powerful enemies. This you get them so late in the Game Boy Advance games that there's really no use to them. I guess Heath maybe would help you out. He should by now, but I don't know. I felt like Florina was already like level 17 or something by then. I don't really feel like doing that. As you can see, Marlins is doing pretty well. I wish you could fight back. That'd be awesome. Like, you would think, you know, that'd be cool if you could do Marlins, like, plant mines near him. That'd be awesome. That's what you people should do, but no one's gonna do that. Or just a light rune. Like, that would actually make it somewhat useful. Because you can place it near his tent, and then no one can walk on that space. I guess if a light rune isn't that bad, though. Because, like, if you're gonna use it, but I never use one. Because I don't want to use one. As you can see here, we're slowly killing the wyverns, which is awesome. Man, I sound really depressed. I've been doing this for like 35 minutes now. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling horrible, but this is kind of boring. This is a fun chapter. Probably my favorite chapter in this game so far. It's really fun. I'm glad though they don't have that many big chapters in this game. Holy cow though, if you look at Reading Dawn, there's a lot more. I have a reading set a few, but not as much as this one. I have Radiance, man. Good game. Really good game if you think about it for the first 3D Fire Emblem game. That's really great. Radiant Dawn was pretty great too. I like it more than Papa Radiance, but I felt though they could have done a bit more with the graphics. Because that was just GameCube standard and the way you can go beyond the GameCube. Like some of the FMV stuff looked pretty nice, but I think the graphics could have been a bit better. Not like they should have been like, you know, they should have paid a bit more attention, I would say. You know, but they could have changed a bit more things. I think with Radiant Dawn they could have changed like the menus and stuff. Like they changed some stuff, but I don't think they changed a lot. But Fire Emblem though, still a great series nonetheless. What are you guys excited for football season? I know it's about to come. They start September, so are you guys excited? I guess I am. I don't know. Sports really haven't been that much forte for a while now because most of my favorite teams haven't really been doing so hot. Like, for an example, the Florida Marlins, my favorite baseball team. I think they're in last place last time I checked. So, and they're like 25 games behind. So I don't think they're gonna win 25 games straight. And the Philadelphia Phillies are gonna lose 25 games straight. So, don't see them making the playoffs at all. Jacksonville Jaguars, they're my favorite football team. I haven't seen that much preseason action from them yet, cause I just haven't. So I don't know. Hopefully they do good, cause they did pretty well last year. They did pretty good. They could have won the division though if they won the coach game, but they almost won it though. But kind of fell apart after that. We still won 8-8. We weren't like, you know, 3-5 or anything like that, or 3-13. But so we could have done better, or could we? That's yet to be seen. We had some injuries though during the last couple of games. Like Maurice Jones-Drew, he got pretty injured, and that's really the main reason why we kind of did not that good. He got injured. But the run backs we had did the job well, I suppose. It was a fun season to watch. My favorite season because they actually were like competing. Like, I remember the last week we actually had like a remote chance of making the playoffs, but it was like very slim. It's like the only bad thing I'm not liking like a team that always makes the playoff. You're not going to go into them as much, I suppose. Like if you like the Patriots or someone like that, they usually make the playoffs. So I'm not saying being a Patriots fan is wrong or anything. I'm just saying they always make it basically. I always think the NFL should be more fair though with the payroll thing, because sometimes it's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, your team can't afford, you know, 5 million, 500 million contract, you know what I mean? But this team can. You know, that's why some people don't like the Yankees and stuff, because they just technically buy players. because they can get them all the money they want, and like other teams are just, you know, doing whatever. I think that what they should do is probably make like an equal amount of a payroll for each team, like maybe 100 million or 500 million. If the NFL can afford it, I think so anyway. All the commercials and ads they have, probably they can afford that. Cause like it's kind of unfair having, you know, one team having like $300 million payroll, but the other team has like, you know, only $1 million. You know, it's not that fair. Well, like 20 million, you know, that's still not that fair. But yeah, I can't wait to do my next LP. That's gonna be fun. Probably gonna be a lot more exciting as well. But this job, like, I know a lot of people don't like Fire Emblem because people see it as a boring game, you know. I don't know. I personally like Fire Emblem. This is, I guess, not as fun to commentate over if you're not doing it live, but if you're gonna do it live, I can't commentate at all. I really can't. For whatever reason. But yeah, you can attack Lloyd with the ballistas, would make him a fairly easy boss. He is a bit challenging, but nah, not as much as you would think. Or is he? That is yet to be seen. Should you really stop saying that? Good level up or skill, you could have used him, out, but eh. Take what you get. As you can see, Lone can do a good amount of damage, but he's gonna die. So Rebecca's gonna attack him. She gets a decent amount of experience. The ballista broke. Sad face. Or is it a sad face that has to be seen? That has yet to be seen. Anyway, I think it's like a light rune sword, whatever. I think it's like a light rune sword, which basically means it's like the Ragnar from Path of Radiance and Rain Dawn, where it's a sword that can attack 2 spaces. So basically, not 2 spaces, 1 space. So it's basically like he's a magic user. If you want an example of what I mean. They should make more swords like that. They're like the Tempest Blade and the Wind Edge and a Radiant Dawn. I think they should make more of those. The swords don't really have, you know, that much really they can go for. Unless you have like throwing swords, which would be awesome. Cause like, you know, spears or lances could just use spears or arrows or you know, javelins, you know what I mean? Swords really can do that. They kind of have to use a sword. That's why I like the Wind Edge, it's awesome. I don't like the magic based weapons though. Those are pretty stupid in my opinion. Anyway, I think what you should do from this point on, you should save all your power and just give it to Elliwood. Do that. Because Elliwood is gonna need it because if you plan to get the kill with him for the final boss, I recommend you do that. I wish he dropped a light brand, that'd be so awesome. He'd be so awesome. Awesome. About contemplating whether or not I should use Miss Florina or not. Or was I? That's yet to be seen. Or has it been seen? Has it been seen? Or has it been seen? Or has it? I'm just losing my mind, guys. Holy cow. I'm just really bored. I didn't go in the book and just recording that well. Holy cow, though. You can do a lot of damage. I guess if you look at lines, it would be a bit more easier because you wouldn't have a high critical percentage. I guess it'd be kind of easier, I suppose, but eh. You take what you get. You take what you get. I guess the Lance would have an axe, so you'd be screwed if you're a Lance user. Want to use Lin here to attack him? Got both hits off, that's pretty amazing. Now I'm gonna finish him with Elliwood, or will I? That's yet to be seen. Oh man, I say that way too often. I just love saying it, that was awesome. Will I get the kill with Elliwood? I mean, Urk? No, I can't. No. Will I get the kill with Florina? Maybe. I think that's a yes. So yeah, I basically killed Linus. Or did I? That is yet to be seen. Holy cow, I'm saying that a lot. So maybe the title for this video is yet to be seen. You know, I don't time on videos that often. But yay, we get that Iron Band, which basically grants any unit no critical hits, which is pretty useful actually if you think about it. So yeah, and you saw a sad face like, why? We didn't have to kill them. Oh, I completely forgot to mention what I got from that village. Holy cow. So yeah. So Ace is gonna be like, how you guys doing? We have proved ourselves. Mwah, ha ha ha. We're gonna now rebrand. How do you pronunciate that name? I just said pronounce that name. So yeah, we're gonna meet him underground. Cause he apparently has like the weapon that can kill Nagal or Nagel or Nigeria. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So apparently we're all, oh, who could that be? I guess it's Brimy and OMG. We meet this Brimy and he's all like depressed. Wow, that guy seems pretty pissed off. What the heck? Well, what the heck did you say that by Father Sky? That sounds really weird coming from Hector. Anyways, Athos is gonna explain what's the deal with Bramians. Basically, what he is basically just a human that he's basically the opposite or the mirror image of somebody. So he's not a guy, nor is he a girl, nor is he a she-male or male she. He's just a random guy. So yeah, he apparently thinks we're awesome humans because we kill people. Now Ellie was like, just believe in us, dude. Just believe in us. We're all gonna do it. So yeah, apparently he's gonna do this thing with the weapon. He's going to unleash it. Yeah, pretty important plot chapter if you think about it, guys. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm actually not getting goosebumps. I see Let's Play for on part 39. Did I say that with part 40? Did I say that? I don't think I did. I don't know, I guess 49 minutes of non-stop talking kind of make it up to you. So yeah, we have to go to this place to find yeah. We have to get weapons. And the girls come in like, Ninian, come my way. And I was like, no. Like I was like, you must stop them. Where the hell is Marcus in this situation? I thought he was on a babysitting duty. So yeah, apparently they're gonna hold hands and be like, adios. So yeah, Ninian's gonna sacrifice herself. Bye, Ninian. You 16-year-old freak. I'm just joking, guys. So yeah, Nagel got his way, and now we're all gonna die, so... Yeah, that's pretty much the game, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the game, yeah. Oh, wait, what are you doing now, Hector? Whoa. So yeah, apparently we're somehow alive. So I guess we have to keep on playing this game. That sucks. Anyway, that's pretty much the chapter, guys. As you can see, we have to go to Ostia to get Roland's blade. And now he's gonna give me a heaven seal, but it was like, I can't use it, bro. Now it was like, it's making me change. Promotion time for Mr. Elliwood. Huzzah. So yes, this is where Elliwood promotes. And now he is a Knight Lord. So yeah, guys, you're promoted. That's awesome. That's about it, guys. So this is Ghost in this video. We're saying adios.